Recently, William Barr gave a speech, and we know who he was. We know who he was talking to when he gave this speech about respecting the police or lose your police protection. And we're still trying to find out what the police is protecting in the black community. We still trying to find that one out, William Barr. If anything, you need to give the black community a refund for all the money you stolen from us and didn't provide any good policing. We deserve a refund for that, for a job that was never done. You took our money and then did not give us good policing. Just on that alone, instead of trying to fish around for respect, you need to give us our money back. All that tax dollars that you took and didn't provide the proper service for that money. All right, so this came out in the Hill, December 17th, 2019. So, to all the people that say, you do what the police say and you respect the police, and, you know, when these cops are out here abusing their power, I guess you're supposed to do what they say. That tells me the people that say those things are just as sick in the head as the police. So, a police officer pleads guilty after telling homeless man to choose between jail or licking a urinal. Now, how did this start? Well, the cops went in there and they messed with a homeless man in a public bathroom. And the police officer then told this man if he wanted to avoid jail to lick a urinal. That's an abuse of power. Nobody should have to respect that. A Honolulu police officer who told a homeless man that he could avoid jail if he licked a urinal has pled guilty to conspiring to deprive the man of his civil rights. John Rabago, 43, pleaded guilty to the charge on Monday. The Washington Post reported the incident occurred in January 2018. Former Honolulu police officer Reginald Ramones. Now, listen, he was there and he stayed silent. So you see, a bad cop is going to be protected by other cops. So he withheld that information about the incident and he was there. And he didn't even stop this police officer from what he was doing. But see, then you want to say they're not all bad, all cops aren't bad. The majority of them are. Because if you see this going on and you're there and you don't say nothing or speak out, and then you kept the whole incident to yourself, how are you a good cop? How is this person a good cop? So he also pled guilty, 43-year-old, pled guilty in September to a lesser charge of withholding information about a crime. So the second officer was there and withheld what happened. This cop telling him to, you either go to jail or lick this urinal. He withheld that information. So he's not a good cop either. He promised at the time to testify against Rabago. The two men initially pled not guilty in April. According to the plea agreement, Rabago apprehended 37-year-old Samuel Ingalls in a public bathroom in an aggressive tone, told Ingalls that the only way he wasn't going to jail was if he licked the urinal. That is disgusting. That is disgusting. Rabago first claimed that he was joking and that his words were misconstrued. No, they weren't. Ramon later testified that Rabago was being serious with his threat. So, this Ramones, this guy sucks because, see, you weren't willing to say nothing until your butt got in trouble. Ingalls believed Rabago to be serious and licked the urinal. So I guess he was afraid of this cop and he licked the urinal. There's no way. A public bathroom urinal? That is so nasty. After letting Engel go, Rabago reportedly laughed with other officers outside the bathroom at what made Ingalls do. That's disgusting, the Post reported. So there were other officers there. And you see how none of them stopped him? Instead of stopping this guy, they all stood around and laughed about the incident. All right? So they all laughed. So, and nobody stopped him. Just remember that. Nobody, but there's supposed to be some good cops. I guess the good cops weren't on the scene when this happened, huh? They must have been somewhere else. He was forced to essentially do something that's disgusting, Ingalls' attorney, Miles Brenner, told KHON in April. His face was forced into the urinal. Wow. Wow. Oh, that is so nasty. The police officers thought this was amusing. It wasn't as though he was doing anything illegal, but they chose to do this to him because he was vulnerable. Yeah, because he was a homeless guy. A federal investigation of the incident was launched when one of the officers who was outside the bathroom reported it to his supervisors. In September, a plea deal, Ramon said Rabago had him close the bathroom door when he arrived on the scene to avoid a security camera, and then later text him instructions on how to lie to investigators about what happened. Wow. Again, why didn't anybody stop this guy? I mean, even the one that reported it, you mean to tell me what, you were there and you didn't stop him from doing this to a homeless guy? Okay, so Rabago and Ramones were scheduled to be sentenced in February. Both could be hit with fines up to $250,000. Ramones, who, according to the Post, quit the Honolulu Police Department in August, could face up to 3 years in prison, although prosecutors are expected to only recommend probation. Rabago face a more serious charge of up to 10 years in prison. He has been on administrative leave. Wait a minute, y'all didn't fire him? Why is he on administrative leave and expected to be fired? The Post where he should have been fired. Why is this cop on administrative leave for making a homeless man lick a urinal? So technically, he's still on the police force. Mm-mm. I see plenty wrong with this. Okay, so he's been on administrative leave and is expected to be fired, the Post reported. That's bullshit. He should have been fired once the incident was reported. This guy shouldn't be on no administrative leave. The hell? Wow. This is definitely an abuse of power. And they knew that man was homeless. It's not hard to spot homeless people out in this society. And look what he made him do out of fear. This is so ridiculous. And and the sad part about the whole thing, if this man would have retaliated, they probably would have killed him. He probably would have shot him. And talk about some I feared for my life. This is so sad and disgusting. Please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.